Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki Spiritual Healer. And I have been in Surah 39 all week. And that is Surah Azumar, the crowds. And when you're reading from the holy book and, you have things on your mind, you're dealing with different issues, in your life. And I have to just say that, God rules all situations from the heavens to the earth. So, I got this download to come on here and give you what I have been getting all week. And I have been in Surah Azumar, the crowds. And I'm going to give you what God has been giving me as a download, what the angels have been coming, because I've been in Surah Asafat as well, those ranged in ranks. And we want to make sure that we stay with our connection to God, so that what is to be revealed is revealed, and we can see what God is saying to us, and make the best possible decision based on what God is giving us. So this is what I have been reading, and this is Surah 39 and 17, Surah Azumar, the crowds. But those who have avoided Tagut, lest they worship it and turn back to Allah, for them are good tidings. So give good tidings to my servants. So, sometimes people don't understand, or they try to misunderstand you, what you're saying as a chosen one, or they don't want to understand you because you're a female. But this is what we are given. We are given the leadership. Once we have the leadership, it doesn't matter whether you are a female or not. You must take the leadership, of what God is saying to you. You must understand where he's pointing you back to, whoever it is that is the leadership in your life. You must be able to submit and have humility when you are asking questions, when you are making decisions. So these are some of the ways that we will understand that, when we have people who are under attack, these are the ways that we use these verses of the Holy Quran to get the decision and the good tidings that God is giving, to us and men, that we spend in the way of God, that we give in the way of God, that, we overlook people's flaws and their faults. And like I say, except for if they are attacking you in a way that they are trying to unalive you. And we are not going for that at all. So, if people make a mistake, it's okay to forgive them. And let us, make sure that we, turn away from trying to do negative energy and send negative energy to people. We want to make sure that we don't use what the entity has given us. And so when you use Surah Azumar and you anoint yourself, when you use Surah Safat and you anoint yourself, you anoint your room, you anoint your home, you anoint your body. You can take a bath with this water. Those ranged in ranks is Surah Asafat. And you can use that in order to remove negative energy from your environment and purify your body or your environment. And I especially like to use these two surahs when I am up under attack, when, I can't make a decision, where I can see where God is leading me to and pointing me to. And I can, see what kind of decision do I need to make in any given situation. So when you're under attack by the entity, when you're under attack by people who want to keep you blinded, and I talked about this earlier on this week, bound, gagged, and tied. They don't want you to see the truth. And therefore, when you're using these kinds of surahs, when you're using them to set the vibration over these surahs and you read it over your water or your oil and anoint yourself with these kinds of, surahs or verses. You can even use the verses because, Surah Al-Baqarah is very good for removing negative energy that has been sent to your health. So, when you're using this where someone is trying to send negative energy to make sure that you're bound, gagged, and tied, that they try to send a binding over your eyes and your mind, the negative energy being sent by the evil eye or any kind of spell that has been hired, to attack your mind, your body, to keep you in a lack of understanding. So when we are using these kinds of verses to ask God to reveal what we should do, what direction we should go, then it will be revealed when you're praying over this over a couple of days. And don't get it mistaken that you will need to have that connection. And today I have I made some food and then I haven't eaten anything today because I got this download that I wanted to give to you guys in order that you understand that you can see clearly when sometimes you don't eat and you fast for the day. And then you can see clearly, or God will reveal it to you in stages, what is going on in your life, what the entity has sent or tried to plan for you. So we want to make sure that we are cleansing ourselves, with any kind of, the surahs or the holy books that God has given us, any kind of the verses that it could be your favorite verses. And you want to make sure that you use those verses in order to cleanse the surroundings, where you are. Cleanse your body. Make sure that you are using it for your children, over your family, and praying over your life so that, the entity cannot sow dissension with anything. If we are believers, then, we put our trust up on God and, and let all those who believe put their trust up on God, and that's what I believe, and like I say, I do not hold grudges against people. I do not hold grudges against those people, that have sent negative energy to me because, also another verse, another surah in the Holy Quran is Surah Al-Ghafir. You have to forgive people. You have to be able to forgive people. And, in saying that, also in the Holy Bible, it says the whole thing. It says, it sums it up in the Holy Bible. And we're going to read that. And hold on, we're going to read that right here. It says in Matthew 6:14, if you forgive others, God will forgive you. So, we have the same thing in the Holy Quran and the Holy Bible that is in alignment, that you have to be able to forgive people in order to receive that blessing, in order to remove the negative energy from you and return the negative energy to the person who has sent out that frequency. So all of these things, when you want to make your water and you want to, cleanse yourself from any kind of negative energy, then you want to make your holy water with the scriptures and the verses from the holy books, from the Holy Bible and the Holy Quran. And I got another one for you in the Holy Quran, the Forgiver Al-Ghafir, and that is 40 and 3. So that you can have that also in order to use over any of your waters, any of your oils. And just remember to use these in places where negative entities are attacking, where you need to make decisions at, where you are praying at, to purify your surroundings and make sure that, your mind stays focused on what the current situation is, and to be able to hear those around you so that the entity doesn't sow dissension because of, what you want, and it's not the best thing for you. So as we understand this moving forward, I really appreciate all of you, and we are forgiving, we are, loving, we are kind, and, we also, make sure that we handle our affairs by mutual consultation. So, so that, we stay in this loving position so that nothing is harmed and no one is harmed unjustly. So, please, I really appreciate all of you guys for your support in understanding how to remove negative energy, those attacks upon you, those people who are insidious, those people who are greedy, those people who would want to attack you with the evil eye, your health, siphon your energy vampires, those people who have hired evil spirits, warlocks and witches in order to attack you in the shadows, those wolf spirits who, would attack you and transform, shapeshifters. All of these verses have been given to you by the holy books in order to defend yourself, shield yourself, and deflect any kind of negative energy that these entities have used people in order to attack you. So as we forgive, our debtors, God forgives us. So, let's make sure that we stay in that frame of mind. I really appreciate all of your support. Please reach out to me in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to me. Donate to me on this platform or any of my platforms in the description below. Book your one-on-one chat sessions with me. Book your video sessions or your life coaching sessions with me. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.